Hey, what's up everyone? This is Ram here back with another video, and today we are going to learn tables. Tables are very important in our web page, in any of the web page. They are the important part of the web page and they plays an important role, of course. And today we are just going to learn the basic structure of the table, and as other tags and as other tags, we can design the table by using style the tables by using the CSS. Again, I'm not going to involve CSS right now, so let's go with the markup of the table, how we use the table in our HTML. So the heading is tables, and and excuse me, I have some throat problem right now. Okay, there is a table tag. We use that. It has the opening and closing tag, and then we use to indicate the start of each row, we use tr, table row tag. It is also with the opening and closing tag, and then within it is a table row. Okay, so if I say, let me say, and we have some comments here, so it should be table row. Okay, tr is a table row. These comments will be ignored by the browser. Okay, and then within this table tag, table row, it is followed by the td, table data, or table cell. Okay, so we can say, let me see here in the comments, table cell or table data, whatever you want to call, you can data. Okay, so how we use this one here, we have a table tag, then we have a table row, and then it will not distract you. It is just for you guys that what these abbreviations are, or what is the meaning of this tr and td. Now we can say here in this, the first table data would be 10. Okay, it could be like, let me go here, it's up to you. Okay, but right now I don't have too much data, so I'm just saying 10, and the td is close, and again the table, it should be 20, and it should be 30. Okay, then the table row, I want to have another row, so here again another row and another table data within that row, and here I should say ABC. Okay, it's just to explain you guys, it's nothing but for the explanation. And td, table data, again with some x, y, and z, and then I, j, and k. Okay, we have two rows, and now let's create another row, another table row, and again table data, and this data should have, let's say, Monday, days of the week, and Tuesday, Wednesday, okay. So let's save it, go back to the browser, and Okay, let me check here. So this is the table. These are the rows: 10, 20, 30, ABC, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now there is something else which is known as TH. It's a table heading. So we can give a very cool or good sort of heading to these tables. And how we can do that? Okay, so the table heading, how we can use that table heading? Let me get rid of all this data here, all these tags here, and how. Now first of all let me tell you that what is TH. Right now TR, table row, and then we should have a table heading. Okay, it is also with opening and the closing tag. The table heading is necessary, and the purpose of this is to represent the heading for either a column or a row. So we use an attribute also. The attribute is a scope for showing the differentiating between the row and the column. Sorry. And then we can this table heading. This element is this element helps people who use the screen, or the screen readers, like sometimes we use the cell phone or the tab, or only we prefer to read from the desktop. So it would be helpful for the screen readers to, and the ability for the search engines also to index the web pages. If you have some knowledge of SEO, then it would be very helpful in SEO also, and to helping the search engines to index your pages. And it enables the control. It enables you to control the appearance of table in a better way. We can of course style it by using CSS, but later. Okay, and there is a scope attribute also in that. Surely I will show you how we use that scope attribute. And that scope attribute, it indicates the heading of the column or the rows, as I have mentioned before. So let's get started using this table header. And let me not go with this, or okay, I should say it. If it is empty, no problem. But it is I'm sorry, we have to it is necessary to give this table heading, because it will help the browser to render the page correctly, or it will help the browser to render the page correctly, or to show the page correctly to the user. Okay, so we have to use, whether it is empty, no problem, we have to use the table heading. And now we are going to use the scope attribute for this. So the scope attribute for this, it should be column. So if you use the col, and it should be in the code, and right now here, and let's say Thursday, and again another using scope and column scope, and it should be Friday. Okay, now let's have another table row tag to create another table. And here we can use th table heading, and the scope of this would be raw. Okay, and here we should say days of the week, and within these days of the week, let's have a table data. 7 days, and again another table data, and not 7 days, let me say here Monday, Tuesday, and we are not going with all 7 days. So okay, let's save it. And let's go with another, or one row is okay, I think, for the, because later we will use it in our project. So you can see days of the week, it's a row, a column scope, the heading of the in the column scope, the th in the column scope, and in the row scope. So I hope that you guys have got my point. Later for sure we are going to use it in our project, and it will help you to understand more the use of these tags. Right now I just explained that what these tags are for. Do not forget this scope attribute, and it is helpful. Okay, this scope attribute within the table heading. There is another attribute which is known as spanning, so we can use that span. And how we use that, I think we should use it here somewhere, or let me remove it. Okay, not there. Again, table row and a table heading, so leave it empty, no problem, but then the table heading, and here it should be. Really, I love this Monday, don't I? I'm just using this Monday again and again. So let me have another one. Tuesday. Okay, Monday and Tuesday. And then let's go to have another row, and here it should be Wednesday. And here I'm going to use the table cell or table data, and I'm going to use the attribute called column span. Okay, so it is going to span the column, and it should be, the two columns should be span. I should make it like, let me say, Thursday and Friday. Okay, so I'll explain you in the browser when we'll go there. So first of all, let's have this one, and here I should say making tutorials. Okay, and this TD would be HTML tutorials, and the other TD table data should be CSS. Not right now, but for later. And okay, for right now, for the explanation purpose, okay, it is, I know that it is hard for you guys to understand this, but I use the span column. It's in, let me use the paint to help explain you this. Okay, so this is the main table. Let me create some others, and then I will explain you another. And this one. Okay, so we have 3 rows okay, and columns in this table. And how we use the span here, we use the span here. I've mentioned here that column span 2. So how this column span into 2, it will span into 2 like I'm sorry for the message. Okay, so we will span these 2 columns, this one and this one. So how we span these 2 columns, so let me, okay, and so when we say that call span 2 here, this call span 2, it means that it will, when we style our table, it will show the spanning of the columns like this. The 2 columns will merge together, or the data will be spanned within these 2, between these 2 columns. It will not go beyond it, or it will not be stays in the same table data or in the table cell. In the table cell, it will span itself within 2, or we can say that it merged itself here within these 2 columns. If we say 3, then it is going to expand itself towards this side or towards this side. So this is what the main purpose of this column span. Okay, column span. I hope that you guys will understand this in the future when I use the CSS, but right now I know that it would be a bit difficult to make you understand with this, but I think my diagram, it works for you guys, that how we can use this by using the column span. We can use the same row also, like here the row could be, if we have another rows here, another cells here, so we can say the row span. Okay, span row or row span, so it will expand it in this way. We define it the 2 or 3 cells, so it will expand or it will span according to that. Okay, so it will helpful when we will use the CSS, because here it is without style, without border, without color. It is a bit hard to understand that what happens here. Like if I say myself, like I didn't understand what's going on here, but later when you will use the CSS property, you will get the point that what is that other point. Then there is another thing in the table, and that is called table body and table footer. So let's use that table body and table footer tag, and here let's get rid from this tag and go towards the table head. Okay, here we can use the semantic tags also, and a table row, and for this have a table heading, and here should be date and day, sorry, and let's say month. Okay, now here we can start the table body. After the heading, we are going to start a table body, and within this table body we will have a table row. Table body should sit inside the T body tag. Okay, so here we can use this table row, and again the table heading, and let's say it's 7th Jan, so let me say 7 January. Okay, and it should be like this. Okay, 7 or 7th January. Yeah, we can use it supers and subscript tags here, if sorry, attributes. If you remember, in my previous video I have covered that, but right now I'm not going with that. I'm just going to show you this, but how we can do that, how we can use a table body and table footer or table foot. So here it should be, the day is Tuesday, of course. Wait, the date should be 7, day is Tuesday, and The month is January. Okay, and we can, here after the table body, we can use the table footer or table foot. Okay, so what we can write here, we can use some sort of ending, like we have a web footer, we have a footer in every web page, so it is also a table footer or a table foot of a table. It is not necessary, sometimes people use it, sometimes they don't, but as I'm covering the table, so I prefer to cover this tag also. Maybe you can use it in your future project, or somewhere you will get this table foot tag. And here now we have to say table data, sorry, and let me say here should be thank you. Okay, let's save it, go to the browser, and you can see, as you know, at the table is just, it is with the one row and one column, but if we want to extend it, we can. You guys can practice it by using more data, using the same tags and everything. You can make it a long table, so it would be helpful for you guys to learn and to understand that how does it work using the HTML or in the context of HTML. I think it's enough for today. I shouldn't talk more. So if you like the video, to hit the like button and please subscribe the channel, it will help me. And if you want to know more about it, let me know in the comments below. I will surely explain it to you in a more better way if I can. And thanks for now. Bye bye, hasta la vista, and ciao ciao.